Okay, so here's the solution to the exercise right here. It's just a potential solution. I'm not saying that it is the best solution, but here's the actual screen. I broke it out into two tables for convenience. It could have been broken out in just a one table as well. It doesn't really matter. Um, but the first table breaks down totals for each customer by their month. So as you can see, for the month of May, we had 3 transactions for Acme. And if you click on this, you can see the individual transactions right there. So you can, this is for June here, and then this is for like July. You can see the 4, and then for each transaction, you can see the total points calculated. Um, this basically is a table. I show pagination. So if you say 10 rows, you can see the extra Sally's startup showing up here. And then basically, if you take a look at this example right here, a $120 purchase equals 90 points. So in that case, I basically mocked the data to have one transaction for 120 to make sure that it equals 9 points. And then the second table basically says for all of the customers in our data set, we're going to go ahead and print out the totals. So my data set wasn't really entirely original and all that, but looking at the code, this is actually using React functional components, as well as the new React hooks feature. So you've got use state and use effect. So we could have also done it as a class-based component, but instead, I chose just to do this as a functional-based component, just to kind of show the React hooks feature right here. So we're setting up the columns for our 2 tables. Here's our use effect, which is the same thing as component did mount. And then as you can see, I'm using a third-party React table to render the 2 tables right here. Where it gets its data, where the GitHub, and by the way, here's the link for the GitHub, where it talks about make up a data set to best demonstrate your solution. The data set itself is this class called data service. So this basically returns a promise, resolves a promise actually. And what it's going to do basically is pretend like we've gone to the database to pull out the information. So here's our data set with the records, the individual transactions. And that's pretty much basically it in a nutshell. So there's many different ways to do this. I'm not saying my way is the best or the right way. It could be others may look at it and say that's not how they would have done it. That's okay. We all have different ways of doing things. So anyways, that's about it, and thanks for watching.